Normally taxes are due in April, but the deadline was pushed back to May 17th. There are plenty of reasons to act now rather than procrastinate. And joining us now from Carlsbad is financial professional Brett Gottlieb with what we should keep in mind for a smoother return. Obviously, Brett, that tax deadline was moved to May 17th because of the pandemic. But let's talk a little bit about a few tips, I guess, for a smooth filing process. You mentioned filing electronically or e-filing.
Yeah, no question. When it comes to doing our taxes, we want to make sure that we are as accurate as possible. And one of the best ways to do that is to file electronically. You have the opportunity to see it ahead of time, make sure those numbers, check things off correctly. The various different tax systems out there, whether it's TurboTax or TaxAct, or a lot of tax professionals electronically, you fill out a form that allows them to submit it for you. So it's great to minimize mistakes by having it done electronically. The other part of it is it's going to lead to a quicker refund if you're getting a refund, because then that filing gets done, it's in the system, and you link up to your checking account and have that refund deposited right in there for you.
Well, one of the other tips that you talk about is obviously, we see a lot of people who procrastinate. Don't wait until the last minute, right?
Right. Don't wait till the last minute for sure. Obviously, being in May now and it got extended and pushed out to May 17th, we got some extra time, but you want to make sure every year that you're always starting as soon as you possibly can, gathering those documents. Don't wait till the last minute. Again, another reason you don't make mistakes is having that information ahead of time, being able to review it, look it over, make sure that it's accurate, look for opportunities. There's not a lot after the year is over, but if you have that extra time, you can decide, does it make sense, or are you able to contribute to a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, and make sure that you're really prepared for that tax filing.
You know what, Brett, I talk to a lot of people, and I realize that they don't even understand what the refund is in many ways. A lot of people are saying, they want their refund check and they hope it's really big, but you say we shouldn't want one. Talk about that.
That's right. A refund means that you've overpaid your taxes. And so if you've overpaid your taxes over the course of the year, you missed out on a couple opportunities. Number one, a simple example, if you were getting a $3,600 refund, you go, oh, that's great, I just got $3,600. But if you had not overpaid, that's an extra $300 a month over the last year that you could have had on a month-to-month income. That's money you could have used for other bills. That's money you could have used for saving for retirement. So we want to get you as close to a zero when it comes to tax time. You shouldn't really want a refund, and you shouldn't really owe. We tell most of our clients, if you're within $500 of either owing or getting a refund, you're in a good spot. And so you want to find ways to make sure that you're not overpaying, because the government's not giving you any interest for giving your own money back that you could have invested in, and again, also just used for day-to-day expenses.
You know what? I tell people that all the time. I'm like, that's your money. You actually paid that out, and you didn't have it all throughout the year. Let's talk a little bit about checking your withholdings. That's an important part of filing your taxes. So let's talk about that.
No question. So the W-4 is the form that you fill out for your tax withholding. And what you should do is each year after you've done your taxes, if you have too big of a refund, or if you didn't pay enough in, you want to check, assuming you're working still, your W-4. And you want to work with your tax professional or financial advisor to figure out, hey, what's the right amount? How can I adjust those withholdings so that I do get close to that zero when it comes to either a refund or owing? So that's an important thing. You do that. It also gives you the opportunity to say, hey, if I adjust my withholdings, I have a little bit more money that's coming home each month, or I have a little bit more money that I'm putting in my retirement accounts and saving for the future.
And very quickly, Brett, we are running out of time, but why do we need to be thinking about planning all year round in terms of taxes?
Tax planning is one of those things that should be regular. Once the year is over and you're filing taxes right now for last year, it's too late. There's not much you can really do. But if we meet again in the middle of the year, at the end of the year, you have a lot of opportunities to prepare for retirement, to save. Younger people should be putting money in Roth accounts so that in the future you're not paying taxes on that money when you take it out. So it's really just trying to understand the tax implications both today and in the future. And that's why you work with a financial professional to figure that out.
Brett Gottlieb, putting more money in our pockets. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Maria.